After a long and storied military career, Grant Monahan has found peace in the healing powers of the ocean. And it's his mission to help other returned vets by setting their course to wellness out on the open water.
This program has matched my purpose. Finally in life, I've now got a purpose, I've got an identity. I'm Grant, and this is my voyage. I went to Merrimack High School here on the Gold Coast, the canal right behind it, so my sister, twin sister and myself, we used to drive to school in it every day. I didn't enjoy school, so on weekends, when I was trying to de-stress, I just went out on it and then found friends on the water. I actually joined Navy Cadets over here when I was running amok a bit too much. It was my first real taste to structure, you could say, and being part of something bigger than myself. As soon as I got a trade, then that was it. Mum and Dad let me in the forces. Then my introduction to other water things then opened up from there. Oh, this is why the early bird gets the worm. Have a look at this. My first exercise on a ship, I went down to Whyalla. Anyone knows that? South Australia, dry, hot. It was 45 degrees. Come up for a bit of fresh air, and I saw this rubber ducky go by, and I think, oh, Chief, who's that? He said, oh, they're clearance divers. And I think, man, they're in Speedos and straw hats with M16s over the shoulder. How cool is that? And coming from the Gold Coast, I think, right, that's it. And we were doing some amazing things that people will pay thousands of dollars to do. Dive out of submarines, oxygen free fall from 24,000 feet, my first experience on that. The Hercules would lower its rear door, hover to the edge, and then just jump out and follow your team down, and you think, wow, this is insane. Middle East, Afghanistan was a different beast in all itself because of the culture differences. The tension level and the threat level was completely different. And that was probably when I first started seeing people, colleagues, to have some issues when we got back home, started being withdrawal. I dare say probably myself as well. After I come back, I had two little girls, wife and I'd never seen, and I thought, right, we're just about to go away again and again, and I thought, right, I've got to give back. And it was time to see my kids grow up. For a good 10 years, I was lost. So I'd end up joining reserves, and that led my reintroduction into the military, and that's when I got invited to the Soldier Recovery Centre.
Grant quickly realised that active, group-led activities were the most powerful tool to give veterans a sense of structure and value.
And then it started my learning curve on what wellness is.
Gold Coast Tower, this is sailing vessel run amok. Radio check over.
Raise the main. 3, 2, 1, drive. Within 6 weeks, I had a business plan drawn up, and I knew exactly what I was going to present to veterans in this environment. Maritime Warrior is a wellness and upskill project. It's all about realising the importance of connections and activity, being active. And if they learn and pick up a little bit about sailing, then that's great. And then from there, we find the veterans then come back, and every time we take a group out, then we'll have one of those guys or girls join us as crew, and then they feel like they're like they're part of a team again. Right, when things go wrong, it always goes wrong on the water because we're fighting against the elements. Got waves, action, we fall over, things rust, things break. Right, more so, and you're in an uncontrolled environment, always uncontrolled. So it builds resilience. And then we thought, well, let's get a commercial yacht. And that way, as long as we've got qualified skipper and inducted crew, we can put them through their crew courses. And that way, we thought, what a great social enterprise. And then have a tourism business based right here on the Gold Coast, which is purely dedicated for the welfare or the fundraising for veterans. And we've named it Run Amok Cruises. In a perfect world, every one of my former colleagues or veterans that come out of the Defence Force, past and present, I just hope that they can find their purpose. But they have to make the first step, which is the hardest step to make.
If you'd like to get out and find your sea legs with Grant, no matter what your reason, head to his website for details.
We're the only ones in the country doing anything remotely like this, which is really rewarding because I understand the power of being on, in, or around the water.